Hi, Dr. Ledgeworth.
Hi, Dr. Ledgeworth. Heidi Welch here.
And
Jennifer
Jen.
Lasseigne. Okay, great. So Jennifer did a lesson on laundry for our students. One of our things that we hit in daily living is, daily living skills. And so she wrote this lesson plan for our students that are 9th grade through 12th grade. We focused on one student, especially
When?
It's okay for us to say names.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I forgot. We have permission. Twet Win, and but she, in that same class period, there was also Darian and an Ella, and so they're all in the class and doing the things all together, which throws in extra kinks. I'm sure that you have, if you've taught in special ed at all, you know about kinks. So yeah, it makes life a little bit crazy. Always, but fun. Okay, so we started off Jen was talking about teaching about the process of laundry, and so they started with a paper. I'm sorry I didn't bring that in here. I should have held up the paper that you had that they used. So they talked about each of the steps and she pointed on her paper to which step was first is finding the detergent. The students, I don't know if it's back there. The students then pointed on their paper to find the same thing, detergent. Then we selected their checklist is here. Their checklist. Oh yeah. See, there's their checklist. This was the post assignment, but they had bigger pictures of these. So it started with detergent. So there was the instruction time. This is the detergent first. Then we get the things ready. Then we start sorting our clothes, which the students then, after she went through the process with them, they talked through it and touched the pictures. Then they did the process. They went and found the detergent and got it down. They found the dryer sheets and got them down. She asked the students to sort the laundry. They put different colors in different baskets and made things happen. And then they talked about what they were going to wash first. So we didn't wash all of the laundry, which was good because we didn't have enough time for that. But we did, they did go ahead and get one load of laundry started. So on the first standard, it talks about using time effectively. She did do that. Part of it says also allow sufficient time for each part of the lesson. And that's really tricky when you're doing laundry and you only have 45 minutes and you're teaching a lesson and trying to get it all done. So she got 5 points on that one, but it's just really because there really wasn't time to do all of that in one whole lesson. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Am I supposed to be talking to you and not to Miss? Please forgive me. I'm talking to you and I should be talking to Jen. So anyway, I did give you 5 points for that just because I don't know if it could have been broken into 2 different lessons but then dryer would be a really short lesson. Here we go, So anyway, I just did that. Also, that was where the trickiness came in. Ella came in late, of course, because that's what she does. And so, but you just took it in stride. Ella came in. She came in with her bubbly self. Jen's partway through the thing. She said, we've already talked about this, this, and this. Then you said, have a seat. Here we are on this step here. So then she just jumped in, and that was fantastic.
And trying to get a late start. Doing it first period was probably not the best idea.
It's really okay. We maybe should have thought about that, but it's okay. They have a first period, and this is how life is.
Yeah.
That child comes in late from breakfast every day. Unless she had donuts that morning, and then she's eating them in your class trying to finish up her stuff.
And eating donuts while you're trying to wash laundry is probably not the best idea.
Well, as long as it's not already cleaned, it might be okay, right? Okay. You did a great job of making sure that you had, you demonstrated the skill. You talked about what we were doing. You had visual things for these students. They followed along with their page while you did it on yours. It was fantastic for them. And then you practiced, and that was great. So I gave you a 6 on, providing the visual aids to enhance their learning. Oh, it looks like I have lots of notes here. And you had the visual aids and steps, and then you performed the steps. And so that was really fantastic. And you asked questions as you did it. So you weren't just saying, this is first, follow me. This is second, follow me. Then you came back and asked questions, and they were able to answer those questions by using their visual aids and things like that. So that was very good. Good job. That got a 6. And you gave positive feedback whenever they answered the questions. So good job.
I was actually really impressed with them. Like, they all 3 knew, like, what they were doing. And, like, they all pointed to, because they had their visual schedule. That's what it is.
Yeah.
We were talking about it. It's a visual schedule. And they knew, like, on the visual schedule what all the things were. And so, like, I was like, okay, which one's the laundry detergent? Which one's the dryer sheets? And they all 3 told me what they, well, Ella told me what they were, and the other 2 pointed to them.
Yeah.
They're both nonverbal.
Yeah.
But I was, like, really impressed with them because they were like, oh, yeah, this is this, this is that. And then I had Tuette put the laundry detergent in the cup. And she just, like, picked it up, poured it, put it down, put the lid back on.
Which is amazing, too, because our laundry detergent doesn't look like normal laundry detergent. Mm-hmm. So that for the kids to realize, I mean, maybe you have said before this is laundry detergent, but that is, it just doesn't look like a Tide bottle or a Gain bottle or, you know what I mean? I almost bought a Tide bottle last night because I was like, I need to buy, and then I was like, no, I have some at home. I have empty bottles. Why? Anyway.
But I actually didn't. Like, it was just, I had it they just sitting there, but they identified that because it was sitting there with the lid beside it, like, they just were like, oh, yeah, this is the laundry
that's
detergent.
Really good. So. That's really good. I'm proud of Tutu for being able to do that. Mm-hmm. That was fantastic. Okay, the next part says that you had exemplary skill in designing learning environments that encourage active participation. This was obviously active participation. They did a good job. They were not just sitting at a table. You redirected the student that kept trying to leave. I've done my part. Can I go? No, you cannot go sit in front of the heater. Come back. Anyway, so that was very good. He does love to finish up fast so he can run out of the room, and that's the thing. You had the kids take turns, so they each had something to do. Even when you're putting the laundry in the laundry, it wasn't like, watch me put the laundry in. Each of them put laundry in. And then we even talked about the fact that it was heavily loaded on one side, and can somebody else switch it or like move it around so it's more even. And you had them point to the directions as you gave the instructions while they were doing it. So a lot of positive feedback there. Good job. The next step was, the next thing we were talking about was, how you handle, different behavior management. We already kind of talked about Ella coming in late to class, and, you just rolled her right in the lesson. That could escalate. It's very frustrating if you had to start the whole lesson over again, but you didn't have to start the lesson over again. You quickly reviewed. The other kids could follow with you. You rolled her right into the class, and she just got busy, which is always a win, because sometimes that's not what happens, which is also not your fault, but you did the right things and she got right to business that day. So, and you give really good constructive feedback. You encourage, you say nice things. So that one was a 6. Okay. Candidate, you understand the importance of creating that learning environment that has, for exceptional students. That was definitely a 6. Each one of these kids is not your most neurotypical student. These 3 are probably more of our most neurodiverse students. And so you did an excellent job of making sure that this was a lesson that would that they could be successful at and actually learn something no matter where their level is. But our other students that are a little more neurotypical also will be able to be like, I got this, So anyway, that was really great. I gave you a 6 on that. I'm just making sure that I'm in the right number order. Okay.
Sorry, I was just giggling at Ella.
Okay. Yeah. The whole lesson plan, the grammar, all of that stuff was great. You had a great communication on that. I gave you a 6. The candidate instruction, evaluating instruction, monitoring progress. When they were doing their like exit ticket type thing, you were right there with them. You reminded them. We had the visuals that they could look at again. And I gave you a 6 on that part as well. Okay. Oh, there was more. You asked questions with the pictures. They each had a turn. You made sure to understand, like, okay, we're going to put this in the lawn. You did all of those things. Like, you asked the questions, asked them to do something, and they performed the task, and that was really good. And then had a worksheet to talk about what they had done. Like, as they did it, they got to put the check mark on their worksheet. So that was really good. On number 8, I gave you a 5, but this is the reason why. The word always on all of these things is a really restrictive word. So I feel like it's a usually. I do feel like you almost always, or you usually redirect if you need to, or you usually do that. But I don't know if any of us always do all of the right things all of the time. If you were giving me a grade, you'd probably give me a 4. So anyway, there's that.
I would probably give you a 5.
So definitely you give good feedback. You definitely, we probably all could work on waiting the appropriate amount of time to let the students have. I don't do well with silence, so I'm like, it's this, right? It's this, let them think. So I'm sure that that's something that could be improved upon, but the word always really is a kicker right there. Mm-hmm. But that's really the only reason. That's only the reason. If it said most always, I would have given her a 6, just so you know. Okay. And then number 9, which threw me for a loop because I couldn't figure out how this added up to 50 points. Thank you for helping me figure that out because I'm a dork. Anyway, your lesson plan template was fantastic. Everything was there. It was quite clear. It was easy to read. It was easy to understand what you were teaching, who you were teaching, who the focus student was, but how it was going to apply to all of the students. And so you did a great job. So I didn't add it all up, but I think it is a 48. It is, because the only other way. Anyway, it's a 48. So great job. You did fantastic. Am I supposed to say anything else? I can't remember. Is there anything that you think could have gone better in the lesson?
I mean, other than maybe getting started right at the bell, so maybe we could have got everything into the dryer. That might have.
And it may have, but this washer's funny too.
Yes.
And I wrote that on there because our washer, this is a new washer to us. Like we just got it like less than a month ago. And it has funny settings. And sometimes they're really long. And so you're like, I just wanted to wash this load of laundry and it's taking an hour and a half. So I don't really know. Because I think there's
senses.
It has a sensor and then there's this deep wash thing. And
it has a removable agitator, which is real fun because you have to make sure it's in there right. And so we were even sitting there trying to figure that out. The kids and I were. I don't know.
Think I knew about. Yeah. I mean, yes, I did, but I forgot. Anyway, about the removable agitator.
And then Marian's sitting there twirling the thing because he's trying to. I don't know. He was trying to figure out what it was supposed to be on. He literally sat there and twirled the knob like 5 times. So I was like, I think we just want it on quick wash. And he's like, and I was like, Darian, I'm not sure where it needs to be. I think we need the thing right here. And he's like,
yeah.
And then same with the dryer.
I think Ella must have been standing my way and I didn't see that part. I didn't see him just spinning.
Same with the dryer because during 3rd period, we switched it to the dryer. And even the dryer, with it being older, we were still like trying to get that knob just at the right spot. Yeah.
I wonder if we put like like the sticky part of a Post-it note, just cut a little snippet of that and put it right there and say line it up with the green. Then it might help.
Probably.
So that may be what my mom did when we were kids and we had to use the laundry. She would put a marker on there and be like, here.
Also, I don't know if you saw, they checked the lint trap on the dryer.
I did not see it, but great job. When we were talking about it today with the other students, I was like, Miss Lasseigne says check the lint trap. We do not want houses burning down because you didn't check your lint trap. Anyway, it's funny that you said that. Great job, Jen.
Yes. The volunteer
teach the children.
firefighter in me. I don't know if you knew
vol-
that, but the
yeah.
volunteer firefighter in me. Yeah.
Jen says no house fires because we neglected the wind. So,
Yeah.
anyway.
Yep, no. So I think other than starting right at the bell so we can get all the things done, and then we practiced folding laundry after, because we could only get through 6, obviously, during the washing cycle. And then we came back later and finished. But I was very proud of her because she loves to cut and glue. But yeah, I think overall
They did.
we did pretty good with this lesson. And I think the older, like,
The higher,
well,
the
I mean,
different.
like I say older, like the 10th and 11th, 12th graders, I think they'll
Yeah.
not love this lesson as much, but they'll be like, I know how to wash my laundry.
Except for, sometimes I question that.
My
You
mom
do.
does my laundry.
You do. That's fantastic. How come you are wearing dirty clothes today? Anyway, so
I don't think they'll love it as much, but these 3 really actually seem to enjoy this lesson. But I was really surprised because she seemed to actually really know how to wash laundry, and I didn't think she would. But evidently she helps do laundry at home.
yeah. But even that sorting skills, that's not something that we do all the time, but she does a really good job
Yeah,
of that.
she did
so.
really good with
Yeah.
this. So.
And Darian and Ella for that matter.
Yeah,
so.
they actually all 3 did really good, and they did really good at taking turns.
Yep,
So.
they were not impatient. Only one was impatient.
But that's because he wants to get every lesson done so he can go sit on the floor in front of a heater.
That's correct. And you called him back, and he came back, and it was okay. Maybe with a little baba, but maybe.
That's his favorite noise.
Baba. That's his.
Yep.
If he could say, that was it. Baba. Sometimes it's also baba. Anyway, so he's fantastic. They're all fantastic.
Yep.
Great job. Way to
All
go,
right.
dear. All right. Goodbye.
Bye.
Until next time.
Yep.
Okay, bye.